One day in history, someone asked God, give me a home where the buffalo roam, and thus God made McAlester. Well, the playoff implications couldn't be higher today for the McAlester Buffaloes after falling to the Sapulpa Chieftains yesterday 6-0. Today very well could determine if McAlester is going to be a home team come playoff time or if they're going to be on the road. We'll go into it in a little bit, but can McAlester split with the Chieftains? That is the question today, and we're about to find out. Hello and welcome to Mike Deek Field in McAlester, Oklahoma, the site of today's district matchup between the Sapulpa Chieftains and your McAlester Buffaloes. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, coming to you live on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, the KNED app, as well as video streaming on the McAlester Radio YouTube channel. So again, yesterday McAlester fell 6-0 to the Sapulpa Chieftains. It was a dominant performance from Jensen Penn on the mound. He was just electric. He ended up throwing very, very minimal pitches, barely went over the 80 pitch mark, and he was dominant in the bottom part of the zone, used a lot of off speed, and it fooled McAlester, and it led to 9 strikeouts from Jensen Penn. So McAlester looking to bounce back today just like they did last week. McAlester fell in a game against the Tahlequah Tigers last Monday, 11-0 in 5 innings. Came back and won 4-1 the next day. They really need something similar today. As we look at the 5A4 standings, Sapulpa is at the top spot with 10-1 plus 80 with a 6-0 win over McAlester. Tahlequah is at number 2 with a 7-6 win over Coweta in extra innings. They were down. I was getting off the broadcast telling you that Tahlequah was ahead of Coweta. Coweta took a 3-run seventh to take the lead down to their final out with nobody on. Tahlequah tied it up, sent it to extra innings, and defeated the Coweta Tigers in that Battle of the Tigers yesterday. So they're going to finish up their series today. McAlester Buffaloes 9-2 in district play, plus 44. Coweta right now at number 4 at 8-3, plus 55. Durant's 5th at 5-7, plus 5. They defeated Memorial twice by forfeit. Edison won 15-2 over Del City to improve to 3-8, a negative 33 in the runs differential. Memorial 0-10, negative 100, and Del City right now 0-11, negative 105. So saying all this for the 5A4 standings, this is what it looks like for McAlester. This is what's on the line today for the Black and Gold. If McAlester loses and Tahlequah wins, McAlester cannot host a regional. I'll say that again. If McAlester loses today and then Tahlequah wins over Coweta today, the Buffaloes cannot host a regional. Not possible. Cannot finish first or second. Now, if McAlester wins and Tahlequah loses, or McAlester wins by 6 or more, no matter what Tahlequah does, the district title hopes are still alive. And in that case, you're hoping for a Sapulpa sweep next week if you can sweep the Coweta Tigers. If McAlester wins tonight at all, hosting a regional is still on the table. It does not matter what Tahlequah does, but your district title hopes are still alive if you win by 6 or more tonight, no matter what happens with Tahlequah, or if Tahlequah loses and you win. If you win, again, you still have a chance of hosting regional no matter what. It just goes on into next week, which will be even more interesting. And you might be wondering, is there a way that McAlester can still host if you lose today? There is one chance that you can host today if you lose, and that's if Tahlequah loses too. So if you lose and Tahlequah loses as well, second place is still open, but I don't believe the district title is. So that is what's all on the line for McAlester today against the Sapulpa Chieftains. Let's go ahead and look at the starting lineups, starting with the Sapulpa Chieftains, 21-5, 10-1 in district play, led by head coach Steve Irvin. 1 through 9 looks like this. Leading it off, the center fielder, number 6, Bryson Donnell. Donnell in center. Batting second, the left fielder, number 5, Caden Widows. Widows in left. Batting third, the first baseman, number 11, Malachi Wilson. Wilson at first. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 12, Jack Blevins. Blevins behind the plate. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 18, Tyler Sparks. Sparks at second. Batting sixth, the DH, number 24, Miko Jones. Jones the DH for the pitcher, number 13, Braxton Jones. Jones on the mound. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 1, Kason Ashton. Ashton at short. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 21, Peter Shibley. Shibley at the hot corner. And batting ninth, the right fielder, number 2, Gavin Valdez. Valdez in right field. Now for the McAlester Buffaloes, 17-9, right now 9-2 in the 5A4 district, currently holding the 3 spot comfortably. Well, not comfortably, but outright they hold the 3 spot right now. 1 through 9 looks like this, led by head coach Justin Mullins. Aiden Shumway leading it off, the first baseman, number 21. Batting second, the shortstop, number 2, Caden Lesnow. Lesnow at short. Batting third, the pitcher, number 6, Gandon Mullins. Mullins on the mound. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 8, Braden Phillips. Phillips behind the plate. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 1, Spencer Stinchcomb. Stinchcomb at second. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 10, Ethan Watkins. Watkins in center. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 3, Jackson Lauerman. Lauerman in left. Batting 8th, playing the hot corner, number 11, Gunnar Hodgel. Hodgel at 3rd. And batting 9th and rounding out the starting 9 for the Buffaloes, the right fielder, number 5, Jordan Clark. Clark in right field. McAllister's wearing their black jerseys today with their pinstripe pants, with their all-black caps with the gold interlocking MB on the front. For the Sapulpa Chieftains, they're wearing their road black jerseys with the white numerals on the front and back, blue and white outlines with the gray pants as well for the Chieftains. We'll have our national anthem coming up here in just a minute. We have Mr. Larry Barnett. He is announcing the starting lineups on the PA as we speak. So we'll take a little bit of time to get some of our love in for our sponsors and get ready for first pitch coming up here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Okay! Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. Okay, Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Number 5, Jordan Clark. Clark and right.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma, the home of the Buffaloes here at Mike Deke Field. As I'll send it down to the PA as we're about to have our national anthem. We'll have a moment of silence before that, so I will, again, send it down to Mr. Barnett, and we'll get ready.
We ask you to be respectful to others around you during this moment of silence. Now the playing of the national anthem.
All right, we're about ready for baseball here at McAlester, Oklahoma. Buffaloes have taken the field as they'll go through their pregame warm-ups. Let's look around the diamond for the black and gold. We have Shumway at first base, Stinchcomb at second, Lussnow at short, Hodgel at third. In the outfield, Lauerman in left, Watkins in center, Clark in right. And the battery for the Buffs today, you have Braden Phillips behind the plate and Gannon Mullins on the mound. Gannon Mullins' line this year, he has a 4-1 record in 30 innings pitched. He has had a 3.50 ERA, 45 strikeouts to 34 walks, and a team-leading 137 batting average against him. He's thrown the first pitch strike 45% of the time, and he is coming off of his best performance, I'd say, since his sophomore year last week when McAlester had to travel to Connor State to take on the Tahlequah Tigers, and it was a 4-1 win and a much-needed win for the McAlester Buffaloes, and a bounce-back win at that after falling 11-0 in 5 innings the game before. If you're wanting to look at, or if you're wondering, rather, what Gannon Mullins' line was, don't want to mess that up for you guys, so let's go right to it. He pitched all 7 innings. He threw 114 pitches, only allowed 3 hits, 1 run, but that was unearned, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts for Gannon Mullins. Buffaloes are hoping for a similar performance from him today. As a senior going through his warm-ups, we want to also ask you guys where you're tuning in from. Let us know on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Again, that is on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. You can let us also know on our Facebook page at facebook.com/McAlester Radio. Just comment underneath the last post. But the best way to be able to get a hold of me and get a more guaranteed shout-out would be on Twitter. And while we have the time, we also want to give a shout-out personally, as again, Coach Irvin, he said that he would like to welcome his newest niece, Waylon Paige Ambrose, to the world this afternoon. He says, congrats to parents Wade and Kendall. Again, Coach Irvin welcoming his newest niece, Waylon Paige Ambrose, to the world this afternoon. Again, congrats to parents Wade and Kendall. Thank you for tuning in. I know that you guys have had a great day today. So it looks like the Buffaloes are done with their warm-ups. We're about to have first pitch, brought to you by Big V Feed Center. See Big V Feed Center in McAlester, Hadco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, and Shakota Wholesale Feed Company in Shakota for your spring feeding program needs. Lefty-heavy lineup in the Sapulpa Chieftains. Leads it off with the left-handed bat and Bryson Donnell, the center fielder number 6. He is ready. The righty, Gannon Mullins, is ready. Here's the windup from Mullins, and the first pitch of the game. It's a fastball up and outside for ball 1. It's baseball time here in the Heartland. The Sapulpa Chieftains had 8 hits yesterday to McAllister's 3. And Donnell had 1 of those 8 hits. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one's way high, and that'll be ball 2. Donnell singled in his first at-bat. He struck out on a foul tip. Fielder's choice, 6 unassisted in his third at-bat, and then 3 unassisted in his final one to go 1 for 4 on the day. So again, no one can clinch really anything today, 1 through 4 in the district standings. But some people can lose some stuff today if you missed the pregame. So here's the 2-0. And back into the zone goes Gannon Mullins for his first strike of the day. 2 balls, 1 strike. Even if Sapulpa loses, they can still win the district title, based on what happens possibly next week with Tahlequah. McAlester does not really control their own destiny in terms of the district title. 2-1 misses low and outside for ball 3. But that does not mean the district title is out of play. Again, if they win today and Tahlequah loses, or if they win today by 6 or more, no matter what Tahlequah does, the district title is still on the table. It's not guaranteed to go away. 3-1 misses low, and it's a leadoff walk to Bryson Donnell. So we're keeping a very close eye on what's happening with Tahlequah, too. That game's in Coweta today. Because if McAlester loses and Tahlequah wins, McAlester cannot host. That is going to be immediately eliminated. If McAlester wins, no matter what happens, they still have a chance to host based on what happens next week. Now up to the plate, Caden Widows. Right-handed batter, left fielder number 5, as we have a pickoff over to first. Back in time is Donnell. Widows tried laying down a sack bunt in a similar situation yesterday over in Sapulpa. Did not go well for the Chieftains at the time. It ended up being a 5-4 fielder's choice on the bunt. Decent lead at first. Runner does not take off. The next pitch does get to the backstop. Phillips grabs it quickly. Thought about firing over to second, but it won't matter. So Widows gets into scoring position here early with nobody out, and the count 1-0 on Caden Widows. Widows went 0 for 3. Mentioned that fielder's choice. He also reached on an error, was hit by a pitch, and then struck out swinging. 1-0 pitch. Shows bunt. Tries to get it down. Fouls it backwards. Counts now 1-1. And as I was mentioning before we started the actual game here today, if you didn't catch pregame, by the way, first pitch time today was at 5:32. 5:32 first pitch time today. If McAlester loses, you can still get a home regional if Tahlequah loses. So we have time called at the very last second. Mullins kind of shovel pass the ball over towards Braden Phillips. They're going to switch out baseballs here. So I have Game Changer open right now. I'm constantly looking at Tahlequah so you guys don't have to. One pitch coming up to Widows. Showed bunt last time, does not this time. Swings and misses for strike 2 on the high fastball. The count's now 1 ball and 2 strikes with the runner at second and nobody out. Mullins looking for the K. The 1-2 pitch. And it misses high, eye level with the curveball. Count now back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. McAlester had a 2-game losing streak. They've only lost 3 games in a row once this year. That was against 2 6A teams and then a former 6A team in the Tahlequah Tigers. 2-2. Curveball, softly hit, ground ball left side. Fielded by Hodgel. Hodgel fires to first in time for out number 1. It does move the runner over from second to third, and it brings up Malachi Wilson. 5-3 ground out brings up Wilson. We already have a score right now in the Coweta Tigers-Tahlequah game. Tahlequah has an early 3-0 lead on the Tigers, top of the 3rd inning, and they're still threatening. Runners at first and second with 2 down. So they started a little bit early. I'm guessing they began at 5 o'clock today. Runner at third, 1 down. Wilson's up. So first pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Wilson went 1 for 2 with an RBI. That was in his first at bat. He flew out to the left in his second and was hit by a pitch in his third. Back-to-back righties here in the Chieftain lineup with a runner at third and 1 down. To the windup is Mullins, and the curveball just misses up above the Sapulpa script. Count back to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. McAllister's put themselves in early holes at times this year. In the first inning, they've been able to come back from a lot of those early deficits. 1-1. As the fastball pounds the mid of Phillips, but misses down low for ball 2. Buffalo's trying not to get into an early hole here. The middle infield is playing back. Corner infielders relatively back. They're playing even with the bags. Wind is blowing opposite of what it blew on Saturday in the Mike Deek shootout. It's the 2-1. Fastball misses way outside. Hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike to Malachi Wilson. And Tahlequah extends their lead to 4-0. Wind is blowing out to right field today. So that around 14 miles per hour. Wind gusts could get as high as 30 miles per hour tonight. And it's kind of shifting. It's going from the right field area back to center field. So it's shifting from favoring the left-handed batter to just going dead center. 3-1 pitch. Huge cut from Wilson, but it fouls it back into the net. Then moves their count to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Slightly open stance here for the righty Wilson. Mullins needing a big K here. 3-2 pitch. And he gets it! Has the curveball. The bender had Wilson out in front, and that's strike 3 and out number 2. Huge strikeout. Now a fly ball into the outfield. Can't score a run unless it hits the turf. Brings up Jack Blevins. Fantastic pitch there from the senior Mullins, getting his 46th strikeout on the year. Just 5 behind Caden Luss now for most on the team. Blevins, the Connors State commit. Might be signee at this point, but all I can see on Prep Baseball Report is where they've committed to. First pitch to Blevins. Fastball catches the corner, strike 1. Definitely cannot miss if it's a strike call from the home plate umpire today. His strike call is he puts his hand right above his head. Cannot miss it. And if you're listening, maybe you can hear it as well before he makes the signal. The 0-1. This one bounces in. Great block by Braden Phillips. That's not easy at all, and it goes up the third base line, but it keeps the runner at third. If you've never been to Mike Deek Field in McAlester, again, I know that we have some Sapulpa fans tuning in as well. Not a very deep backstop, so even if it does go back to the backstop, you still need a good jump from third to score. There were times that McAlester just had a wild pitch, and it bounces straight back, and the catcher's able to get an out. Count is even at 1-1. The pitch. Fouled off, and the count is now at 1-2 on Blevins. Mullins keep that runner stranded at third. Tahlequah's put up 2 more runs. They're up 6-0, top of the third now. Chieftains trying to get an early lead. With the 4-hole batter, Blevins up. The 1-2 from Mullins. Almost had the strikeout. Good piece of hitting by Blevins. Saw the curveball, reacted to it well, fouls it off, and lives to fight another pitch. Count at 1-2. An early, big-time situation here for the Buffalo defense, and Mullins on the mound. The 1-2 delivery, and fouled off down the third base line. It ran in on the hands of the left-handed batter, Blevins. That'll be a stinger as it rolled up the third base line. But still, Blevins staying alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Both these teams will be playing here on Thursday as well. Sapulpa's going to be having a doubleheader here Thursday against Noble and Midwest City. Here's the 1-2 from Mullins. This one's popped up and out of play. Hey, watch out for anybody walking the Mike Deke track. That's why I think it's imperative that people have a transistor radio. And, you know, I know it pumps you up probably more to be able to listen to your music, but we might save your life if you're walking around the track. Count 1-2. Transistor radio is just a fancy name for handheld radio. Here comes the 1-2 from Mullins. Curveball, still Blevins fouling it off. Big battle here brewing, still with the count 1-2 on Jack Blevins. I believe that's 4 in a row. Let's see. That's 5 in a row. 5 foul balls in a row from Jack Blevins. Pitch number 8 coming up here with the count still 1-2. Mullins fires. Curveball, pops this one up. It might stay in play. Wynn's going to catch this one. Go towards foul territory, and making the running catch is Braden Phillips. About halfway up the third base line, closer towards the McAlester dugout. And the Buffaloes leave that runner stranded at third. And they have a chance to be able to take the lead in the bottom of the first for the first time in the series. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on K.
Graduation is only a month away,
And Fenton Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George 9 Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 in Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
McAlester Buffaloes, they hold a runner stranded at third after a walk. A pass ball, then a ground out led to him getting over at third. McAlester Buffaloes leave Bryson Donnell stranded at third base with a chance to take their first lead in the series. Since Sapulpa's joined McAllister's district 2 years ago, here's the first pitch to Aiden Shumway, and he's first pitch swinging. Back into the glove of the catcher Blevins with the foul ball. Just the windup working quickly is Braxton Jones, and this one's fouled off as well, and the count goes to 0-2. While I have the time, let's look around the diamond for the Chieftains. Wilson at first, Sparks at second, Ashton at short, Shibley at third, in the outfield, Widows in left, Donnell in center, I believe Valdez in right. So here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses up and outside, and that'll be ball one. when I have a chance for, I think that's Valdez in right field. There's 2 center fielders listed on the lineup right now. The 1-2 curveball, great pitch. Froze up Aiden Shumway right on the inside corner, and that'll be out number 1. Number 2, yeah, that is Gavin Valdez in right field. And the battery for the Chieftains is Blevins behind the plate and Braxton Jones on the mound. Now, Jones pitched against McAlester, but not last year, 2 years ago in Sapulpa. First pitch to Caden Less now. He fouls it off towards the McAlester dugout. No balls, 1 strike. He pitched in 3 1/3 against the Buffaloes. Gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball that just never left the hand right of Braxton. He even kind of looks back at his hand for a second as it sails to the backstop, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, if you missed yesterday, the Chieftains had a pretty dominant win. 6-0 was the victory. 1-1 pitch. Fastball. Chasing the high one is less now. The count goes to 1-2. Buffaloes were held to 3 hits. 9 strikeouts from Jensen Penn. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Les now, and he swings and misses at a higher fastball for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts from Braxton Jones. He picks up where he left off. Again, he recorded 10 outs against McAlester back in 2022. McAllister's state tournament team that they sent to the quarterfinals and was really 1 batter away from maybe winning the game to go to the semifinals. First pitch again at Mullins. Curveball catches the outside corner, strike 1. But he picks up right where he left off. He had 7 out of the 10 strikeouts, or 7 out of the 10 outs recorded by Sapulpa back 2 years ago. Worst strikeouts is the next pitch, another curveball. Freezing Mullins. Mullins will take his time to take a couple of practice swings. And Braxton Jones with a chance to strike out the side. The 0-2 pitch. And Mullins still had his hand up in the air, and Jones started with the windup. Mullins stepped back out and said, I still have my hand up. Here is the 0-2. Goes with the off-speed pitch, and it catches the outside corner for strike 3. And that's striking out the side of Braxton Jones against the Buffaloes. Backwards K and 2 forwards ones. Sends us to the top of the second. No score between the Chieftains and the Buffs here on KNED.
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
To the top of the second, the McAlester Buffaloes and the Sapulpa Chieftains tied up 0-0. It's a pitching duel so far. 4 strikeouts combined between the 2 pitchers, Braxton Jones and Gannon Mullins, but Braxton Jones struck out the side. I said before we went to break, there's actually 2 backwards Ks and 1 forward K in between the 2 to strike out the side of the Buffaloes. Brings up now to lead it off with the Chieftains in the top of the second, the 5, 6, 7 hole batters, Tyler Sparks, Miko Jones, and Kason Ashton. Mullins with the windup in the first pitch of the second inning. Fastball missing up high for ball 1. You're trying to keep an eye on multiple different things going on today, so if you hear pauses in action, just know that I'm probably looking up a different score somewhere. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Off the top of the batter, rolls down the third base line, where Gunnar Hollingel has had a lot of action, it feels like, over the last couple of weeks. And he's made some nice plays, man. I know that during the Mike Deek shootout, there were some laser bolts that were hit over towards him, and he was able to snag it. He's played a really solid hot corner this year. He's also moved over to shortstop when Caden Lesnow is pitched like he did yesterday, the 1-1. Misses down low for ball 2. Can we also have, again, looks like a Buffalo roll call. We have Brian in Florida saying, let's go Buffs, get the W. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know where you're listening from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio or on Facebook at facebook.com/McAlester Radio. 2-1 pitch. Line drive, left field, going towards the alleyway. Lauerman jumps for it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Again, it looked like he kind of ran in on it a little bit, then saw it coming his way and said, oop, let's test out the vertical and now be out number 1. No one makes more great leaping catches in left field than Jackson Lauerman. But he's striving out to be a Savannah Banana is what Derek says to the right of me. But great catch nonetheless, and it brings up Miko Jones. Here's the windup in the first pitch to Jones, outside corner, strike 1. You know, I think that there's nothing more that Lauerman would like later on in his life than to play for the Savannah Bananas. It's the 0-1 ground ball, third base side, fielded well by Hodgel. Was just talking about him. The throw, though, is way too high. I probably jinxed Hodgel there, and that will lead to a take a second on the E5. I was just talking about how well Hodgel's played this year at third base. That one just sailed on him a little bit. That is the ultimate announcer's jinx, and that brings up the shortstop, number 1, Case and Ashton. Had a really nice snag on the short hop to him. And really, it's not that easy to be able to grab a ground ball from a left-handed bat. If it's slicing your way at third base, people don't really understand that a lot of times it'll have a slice to it. That was a good snag, but again, throw just too high, and it brings up Case and Ashton. Runner in scoring position here for the Chieftains on McAllister's first error of the day. There is one down. Top of the second for the Chieftains. The pitch. Fastball up high, ball 1. I want to go also back to the whole Savannah Banana thing. There's nothing I would like more as a 28-year-old broadcaster than to play for the Savannah Bananas right now. If I got the call, I'd be like, deuces. No, just kidding. Maybe. Here's the 1-0 from Mullins. This is low and inside for ball 2. If people don't know what the Savannah Bananas are and you're just, listening to me like I'm crazy, look them up because it's like the baseball version of the Harlem Globetrotters. It's really cool. That's the best way to put it. I don't know any other way to break it down for you. 2-0 to the right-hander, Ashton. Clips the outside corner, low outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Thank you for pulling that up, by the way. So Quita's gotten 2 runs back. It's the top of the 4th inning. 1 down. Talquah is the runner at second, leading 6-2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, if Talquah wins that game, McAlester has got to win theirs today as well to have a chance of still hosting a regional. 2-1. Pops it up. Wind might take it back. Shumway looking underneath it, and it lands on top of the press box. Count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second and 1 down. Top of the second inning, by the way. Still no score. And if you're on YouTube wondering why I keep on saying that over and over and over again, it's because we're simulcasting this. So people on radio, maybe driving around or just prefer to love to listen to baseball on the radio, they can keep up with the score as well and the count and what's going on. 2-2 pitch. Tomahawk chop left side, and jumping forward and making the catch is Caden Lesnow at the shortstop area. And that'll be out number 2. Yeah, the pitch was a little bit high. Ashton swinging it for it up high. He was able to line it, but a soft line drive straight to Lesnow. Brings up Peter Shibley. Shibley, the third baseman, number 21 on his back, went 0 for 2 yesterday. Flew out to right, lined out to the second baseman, Spencer Stinchcomb, and walked in his final plate appearance. First pitch to the lefty is low and inside for ball 1. So again, no score. Runner at second for the Chieftains. Top of the second, 2 down. 1-0 count on Shibley. 1-0. Ground ball, left side. The shortstop Lesnow fields it cleanly, fires to first, and that error doesn't come back to hurt the Buffaloes. They work right around it. They get a line out to short and a ground out to short, and that sends us to the home half of the second. No score between the Chieftains and the Buffaloes here on KNED.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. We have no score between the Chieftains and the Buffaloes. It was a easy 1-2-3 inning for the Sapulpa Chieftains back in the bottom of the first. They had 3 strikeouts from Braxton Jones, who is working like a machine right now. Working quickly, the righty deals to the righty Braden Phillips, who pops this one up and out of play right behind the grandstand. It might land on top of it. That'll be strike 1. Phillips went 0 for 3 yesterday. He grounded out the second, struck out swinging, gave a great drive to left field, but it was an even better catch by the left fielder, Widows, at the time to keep McAlester off the scoreboard. As the 0-1 misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. Fastball that, even though it wasn't caught by Blevins, still filled the zone, and Phillips is behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 from Jones. Curveball right out in front, and it's 4 straight strikeouts from Braxton Jones. Backwards K, frontwards K, backwards K, back to the front. And it brings up Spencer Stinchcomb. McAlester had a lot of trouble the first time through the lineup with Jensen Penn, too. Penn struck out 6 out of the 9 batters first time through the lineup. First pitch to Spencer Stinchcomb misses outside for ball 1, maybe a little bit high, too. Stinchcomb went 0 for 3 with a ground out to second, reached on an E1 and then flew out to right. Jones wants to work quick. He is getting into a rhythm. You look down for a second, you look back up, and he's already delivering the next pitch. Buffalo's trying to mix up that timing as the curveball, outside corner, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 from Jones. Fouled back into the glove of the catcher, Blevins, and he has a chance for a 5th straight strikeout. So the windup and the 1-2 to Stinchcomb is almost a strikeout. This one's fouled in and out of the glove of the catcher, Blevins. We'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. I was looking back at the game yesterday from Jensen Penn, as this is the first time that Jones has shook off Blevins. The 1-2 pitch leads to a pop-up. We will not have a strikeout, not a 5th one. As getting underneath it will be Donnell. He makes the catch in center field as he lost his hat. And that'll be out number 2. It's been 5 up, 5 down for the Buffaloes regardless, though. And it brings up the center fielder, number 10, Ethan Watkins. Ethan Watkins homered against the Chieftains last year. That was back in Sapulpa, though. And on a line drive, too. I mean, he smoked it. And it was just a line drive over the left field wall. First pitch, pounding the mid of Blevins, but outside for ball 1. On the season, Ethan Watkins has been able to work a lot of free passes. But I don't think Jones, as of right now, looks like he's going to give up a lot. That curveball hits the knees, moves kind of 1 ball and 1 strike. I was mentioning with Jensen Penn, and it's looking like the same way here so far with Jones, as the 1-1 misses low for ball 2. I believe Penn only got into a 3-ball count twice yesterday. I don't think he got to a 3-ball count more than twice. This one's popped up, straight up the chute. Chance for the first baseman, Wilson, right in front of us, and it got right in front of our view in the press box, right where we're at, and caught by the first baseman, Wilson, for a second consecutive 3-up, 3-down inning. That sends us to the top of the third. We are still scoreless here in Pittsburg County on KNED.
Graduation is only a month away,
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George Knight Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name.
To the top of the third inning, the McAlester Buffaloes are scoreless with the Sapulpa Chieftains. We have not had a hit so far between the two teams. There have been two base runners, though, by the Chieftains on a walk and then on an error. But still, pitcher's duel between Mullins and Jones. Brings up Gavin Valdez, Bryson Donnell, and Caden Widows. 9-1, two batters up for the Chieftains. Again, trying to keep you guys updated as much as possible. 4 innings have been played between the Tigers and the, Tahlequah Tigers and the Coweta Tigers. Battled the Tigers over in Coweta today. And Tahlequah does lead Coweta 6-2. And we're score right now here in McAlester, top of the third. First pitch to the 9-hole batter, Valdez. The lefty watches it miss high for ball 1. Valdez, he went 1 for 3 a day ago. Flew out to left, singled, and he bunted on a pop-up to the catcher, Phillips. And his last at bat, here comes the 1-0 to the lefty. Valdez swings and misses for strike 1. Mullins has had 1 strikeout, but arguably the biggest strikeout of the game so far for the Buffaloes. There's a Malachi Wilson with 1 down with the runner at third back in the first. 1-1. Curveball right on the black. Strike 2 outside corner. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gavin Valdez. Mullins looking for K number 2 on the day. Senior deals the 1-2 pitch. Not a bad spot on a 1-2 pitch, but misses low and outside. Good eyes by Valdez. Evens up the count at 2-2. Beautiful day for baseball today. It's kind of a warmer day for baseball. We have highs around 84. At first pitch, the temperature was 84 degrees. Right now it's at 80 degrees. Thank you, Derek. 2-2 pitch. Popped up and out of play. Again, once again, watch out for anybody walking the track. With a beautiful day, I feel like I have to say that. 80 degrees, and we have wind gusts around 70. I'm looking at the low tonight by the time the game ends at 76. But 14-mile-per-hour winds, 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts at times over the next 2 hours. 2-2 from Mullins. And again, staying alive is Valdez. Fouls it back into the netting. Wind is now blowing straight out to center field, which would be northeast. Count still 2-2 on Valdez. First batter of the third, the 2-2 pitch. Curveball misses up and outside. And Valdez has fouled off some tough pitches to move the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And again, Valdez fouls this one off. That's something that the Chieftains have really done first time through the order. It's just making Gannon Mullins work. A lot of pitches here early. I know that there was an 8-pitch at bat just a couple of innings ago with Malachi Wilson. 3-2 again. And still staying alive. Found this one off the top of the glove of Braden Phillips. We'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. See if I can get the game changer quick enough to see how many pitches is this in this at bat. This will be pitch number 10. Count is full at 3-2. The 10th pitch of the AB. Fouled off. We'll have an 11th. I was talking with Gannon Mullins about this after the game last Tuesday against Tahlequah. There was a guy that worked 2 different 9-pitch at bats with him. And he said, man, I just kept on getting, he won't stop fouling it off. And I'm just thinking that that's probably in his head right now too. Can he win the battle? Pitch number 11 on the way between Mullins and Valdez to start the third. Payoff, and we'll have a 12th. Into the net. Another foul ball in this at-bat. That's the 5th one. Talking about Mullins already working his pitch count up. He's at just about 50. 3-2. Line drive left side, and he wins the battle. What an at-bat by Gavin Valdez. Goes the other way with it, splits left side of the infield, and that's the first hit of the game for either team. On the best at-bat that I've seen probably this year. From anybody, any team. It brings up the top of the order, Bryson Donnell. So, yeah, despite the Chieftains not only having one hit the first time through the order, in 9 batters, they forced Mullins to throw 49 pitches and only 1 walk. It's just the top of the third. Pickoff over to first is not in time. Again, no score, top of the third inning. Donnell again went 1 for 4 a day ago. Walked his first time up. First pitch, curve ball, misses outside. Is slightly showing bunt was Donnell, but for a quick second, then pulled it back. But right now the Chieftains are making sure that they work up Mullins' pitch count. If anything, Mullins finished the last game 7 days ago, a week ago today, against Tahlequah with 114 pitches. 1-0, showing bunt, pulling back as the pitch missed high for ball 2. As it stands right now, because of the good at-bats from the Chieftains, Mullins hasn't able to been he's been efficient in getting outs, but it hasn't been quick. So it's run his pitch count up. 2-0. Trying to get a bunt down. This one's fouled straight to the McAlester on deck circle. Tahlequah threatening again. They have runners at first and second with 1 down. The top of the 5th, leading 6-2 over the Coweta Tigers. That game, unless that one goes into 12 innings like what we saw with McAlester Muskogee last Thursday, they should be over before we are. But this game's already kind of moving quickly in a low-scoring affair as this one gets past the pitcher, or rather the first baseman, Aiden Shumway, and allows Gavin Valdez to take second. That one probably should have been caught from where we're at right here. It was a little bit off to the right, but it nicked off the glove of Shumway and rolled away, and that'll be McAllister's second error of the day. They had 4 a day ago. And that's their 3rd error, as here's the 2-1 pitch. This one's missing up high as well, and the count's now 3 balls and 1 strike with nobody out and a runner at second in the top of the order up. 3 out of McAllister's 6 errors so far in the series with Sapulpa have been pickoff attempts to first base. (3-1) from Mullins. Again, trying to get the bunt down. Once again, fouling this one off back into the netting. The count is now full at 3-2, and I've seen some coaches do it, but some just decide to forget it. Obviously, with the risk of having another bunt foul, but we've seen it this year. We've seen a bunt foul on a third strike. Saw it in Arizona. I think we saw it again before that with Edison. Count is full at 3-2. And the pitch. Bunt is off, but it won't matter anyway. It's going to bounce into the catcher, Phillips, and it's a walk. Donnell, the only person that's seen a walk today. He's walked twice. Brings up Caden Widows. Widows grounded out to the third baseman, Gunnar Hodgel. No, the black and gold would probably love a good old-fashioned triple play. I've only seen one of them in person in my lifetime. Telling you how rare that is. First pitch. Trying to get a bunt down, and it is down. Does it roll foul? It will roll foul down the third base line. Phillips will pick it up as Widows will go back to the plate. Almost certainly see another bunt attempt here within the next couple of pitches. Coweta's close to getting out of the jam again. After runners at first and second with only 1 down, they're 1 pitch away from ending the top of the 5th. They 4-run Tahlequah lead. They recently put in a new pitcher in Barnes, and they did get out of it. We head to the home half of the 5th with Tahlequah leading 6-2 over Coweta. Smooth move to second. Runner not taken off. Count's still 0-1 on Widows. Obviously, the Buffaloes, they're focusing on this game. We're focusing on both, though, as the 0-1 misses low and outside. Not showing bunt that time was Widows, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Because obviously the best chance for McAlester to host is still winning regardless of what happens with Tahlequah. But we're keeping up with Tahlequah just in case so that they don't have to. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball that traveled about 45 feet. Runner takes off for third. Here's the throw, and it gets by the third baseman, Gunnar Hodgel, on a short hop to him. It's going to score a run, and that's the first one of the game. Advancing from first to third on McAllister's third error of the game in 3 innings. This one will be on an E2. And McAllister's defensive woes continue. That's their 7th error in 2 games, and that's how it's been this year. McAllister will play really solid defense for a stretch of 7 or 8 games, and then they'll get into a bad phase for 2 or 3 games where most of their errors will come in those bunches. 2-1 pitch. Showing bunt, gets it down. A great one down the third base line. Hodgel runs in, grabs it, fires over to first. It's an infield single. Bunt single by Caden Widows. And the Chieftains are still rolling high right now. Runner stay put at third as it was working even around the line. It wasn't a suicide squeeze. Runners at the corners for the Chieftains. 1-0, Sapulpa leading, top of the third, still nobody out. And the heart of their order up, Malachi Wilson struck out swinging in his first at bat. Good lead at first base by Widows. Wouldn't be surprised if he tries taking off in the next few pitches. And he does on a delayed steal. No chance at second base. Phillips fires back to the pitcher Mullins, and the count is 0-1 on the curveball that was in the zone to Wilson. Wilson had a 2-run home run against McAlester last year as the 0-1 is popped up to right field. Going back, but looks like Clark is underneath it. Should score a run. It is caught by Clark. Runners will tag, and that makes our game now 2-0. But the Buffaloes do get their first out.
Batting the catcher, Jack Blevins.
Brings up Jack Blevins. He flew out to I believe that was the third baseman, Gunnar Hodgel, in foul territory his first time up. Now we have, I think there's an appeal. Coach Mullins wanted an appeal to see if one of the runners took off early. Umpires get together and say no. It's a 2-0 Sapulpa lead, top of the third. One down here in the third inning. Buffalo's trying to limit the damage. First pitch. Called strike, delayed strike call. Low inside corner, though. That would be strike one. It was fouled out to the catcher, actually. Jack Blevins lost at bat. It was around the third base line, but it was caught by Phillips. Count is 0-1. The windup in the pitch now from Mullins with the runner at third. Ground ball right side, and it goes underneath the glove of Shumway. Stinchcomb grabs it as it slow rolled to him, but it'll be another error and another run scored. Already the 4th error of the game on the Buffaloes, and we're not even through 3 innings. Would have scored a run anyway, but it would have given the Buffaloes their second out. And the Chieftains put up another 3 spot like they did in the first inning yesterday. If the Chieftains win today and Tahlequah wins today, it'll be Sapulpa against Tahlequah next week for the district title. McAlester will not be in the running for first or second if that scenario plays out. Which, again, Tahlequah is winning right now 6-2, bottom of the 5th. Things might get interesting if Northington runs out of pitches, though. Which right now, with 2 down in the bottom of the 5th, he's up to 76. First pitch, missing up high to the lefty Tyler Sparks for ball 1. That's 8 errors now for McAlester and not even 10 full innings of play. Now misses high for ball 2. Well, McAlester didn't play defense in the 7th inning yesterday, so that's not even 9 full innings of play. They've had 8 errors, and you just cannot average an error an inning. Count 2-0 on Sparks. Next pitch, misses up high, now it's ball 3, and things are starting to kind of unravel a little bit for the Buffaloes. Kicking it around a little bit in the infield. Mullins trying to get back in the zone right now. He's had really good control with the exception of 2 walks to Bryson Donnell. Going deep into a lot of counts also. 3-0. But this one's a 4-pitch walk now to Tyler Sparks. Brings up Miko Jones. Is still only 1 down. Runners at first and second. Sapulpa is in search of their 3rd consecutive district title. They won it 2 years ago. They won it last year. And in both those seasons, they went to the state semifinals. First pitch. Jones, fastball inside corner, strike 1. And last year, they lost to the state champions. They lost to the Carl Albert Titans 5-0 in the second round after beating Elgin in the first round 2-1. 0-1 pitch, and it hits Jones. Hit by pitch loads the bases. And the Chieftains have a chance to be able to put this one away early if they can get a big hit here from Case and Ashton. I mean, I also do say never say die, and that's been kind of McAllister's slogan a lot this year. They have been coming back from a lot of deficits, as Coach Meadows is going to go speak with Gannon Mullins. They've been down from a 7-1 deficit with only 9 more outs to work with, and they won that game before. But right now, McAlester is, I'd say right now, taking on a better team than the 2 teams they came back in those games from. Looks like it's just a mound visit right now between Coach Meadows and Gannon Mullins. We'd like to thank our sponsors during this time. Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, the Bank & A, OK Tire and Auto, Fenton Nissan, Angels Diner, T&W Tire, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, and Reagan Auto. And are we going to have no. Coach Meadows called for a ball, just a new baseball, which Mullins grabs. The Chieftains have been able to score 3 runs on 2 hits. And 4 McAlester errors. But the bases are loaded for Case and Ashton. Yesterday he went 1 for 3. Put good bat on the ball twice. He lined out to right, singled, and then flew out to the shortstop. A year ago, out of the 2-hole, he went 2 for 7 with an RBI. Last year, McAlester fell to the Sapulpa Chieftains 9-7. That was in Sapulpa, but when they went back to McAlester, they dominated that game, a 13-0 5-inning win. If they have a big inning here, they have a chance to maybe do it again. First pitch to Ashton. Line drive up the middle, base hit. They'll score maybe 2 runs. It looks like it will. Watkins will go to third with it, and it goes up the third base line, and it'll lead to a 2 RBI single on the first pitch that Case and Ashton sees. And it has made this a 5-0 game. It moves the runner from first over to third. Ashton took second on the throw. That was up the third base line. Looked like there on the throw from Watkins. It looked like he was just between, should I try to get the runner at home or should I go to third with it? And it just kind of split up the third base line. Where he changed his mind, decided to throw to third at the last second. First pitch to Peter Shibley. He fouls this one off, and that'll be strike 1. So it's a 5-run inning by the Chieftains, top of the third. Still only 1 down. Shibley is the 9th batter that the Chieftains have put up to the plate in this inning. It all started with a 12-pitch single by Gavin Valdez. He set the tone to start off the third. Next pitch catches the outside corner, and Mullins quickly gets back to work with the count moving to 0-2 on Shibley with runners at second and third and 1 down. Mullins, the windup, and the pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss for strike 3. That is how you bounce back. After he gives up the 2 RBI single, 3 pitches for a strikeout to Peter Shibley. And the Chieftains have officially batted around. We're back to the start. Gavin Valdez. It was an epic 12-pitch at bat that led to a line drive to left field. It started the inning for the Chieftains. First pitch to Valdez. This is outside, ball 1. And I'll go on record of saying it was the best at-bat that I've seen anybody put up in all the games I've covered this year. I've seen another 12-pitch at-bat, but it led to a 4-3 ground out. 1-0. Curveball misses low and outside. That'll be ball 2. We got Austin on the camera for us today. You were with us in that game. Do you remember that where the runner kept on taking off for second base and there was like 5 foul balls in a row?
Yeah, because by like the 5th or 6th time, he would just turn around and he started walking.
2-0. Foul back into the glove of the catcher, Phillips. The count moves to now 2-1. That was actually Tahlequah. I think his name was Eagle. I think his last name was Eagle.
He got really tired by about halfway through that whole run with everything going on. He finally just kind of gave up on the hustle.
2-1. Fastball misses inside. Turning away from it was Valdez. Now he's moved the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. For Mullins, this will be pitch number 78. 3-1 the count, 3-1 the pitch. Here's Mullins. Fills the zone right at the knees, and that'll be strike 2. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Can the Buffaloes stop the bleeding? Top of the order is on deck. The windup, the 3-2. And it misses low and inside. It'll load the bases again. Brings up the top of the order in Bryson Donnell. 11th batter of the inning for the Chieftains. And I mentioned about spurts. McAllister's seen a lot of batters bat around kind of throughout the year here this year. McAllister hasn't had a lot of losing. Again, 17-9. One of their best starts in the first 26 games in quite a while. So here's the first pitch. Popped it up left side. Jackson Lauerman looks up into the blue sky, hardly has to move, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 3. They do stop the bleeding. It could have been a whole lot worse if the bases loaded there. They do get a fly out from Bryson Donnell. And the score, though, is Sapulpa 5, McAllister 0. Buffalo's trying to cut into the deficit, but they have to figure out Braxton Jones first, who went 6 up, 6 down. It's been a little while since he's last pitched, though. Can the Buffaloes crack the code? We'll find out here on K.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
McAllister needs to start their comeback now. It feels like 5-0. They're down, bottom of the 3rd inning. It's been 6 up, 6 down for the McAllister lineup so far today against Braxton Jones, a familiar face, but they haven't seen him in 2 years. First pitch trying to get a bunt down, and it fouled right back into the glove of Blevins for strike 1. Lauerman has had a bunt single on the year, does not get one right there. Actually had one a week ago against the Tahlequah Tigers, led to McAllister's first run scored in that game. 0-1. Fouling it straight back, and the count is now at 0-2. Braxton Jones started the game with 4 consecutive strikeouts, and we had a couple of flyouts. So we're waiting for that ball to be retrieved. Lauerman digs in. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him on the curveball. I think I almost certainly do remember Braxton Jones pitching a couple of years ago. That one was at Sapulpa, and I do remember that's his style, and I love that style of pitching. When you can be able to throw off the batter's rhythm yourself, I know that as a batter you're trying to get also the pitcher out of rhythm. You always hear the term on your time, but if you can work quickly, as the first pitch to Gunnar Hodgels fouled off for strike 1, if you can work quickly and get into a rhythm and maybe make the batter uncomfortable by delivering some good velocity, which he's doing, and throw off your batter's timing, you're doing something right. The 0-1 misses high to Hodgel, and the count's 1 ball and 1 strike. Hodgel went 1 for 3 yesterday, had one of the 3 hits for the Buffaloes. 1-1. Fastball missing outside. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Gunnar Hodgel. Trying to provide a spark here for the Buffs. We do have Aiden Shumway. He was warming up in the McAlester bullpen. This one's fouled straight to the backstop, and the count's now 2-2. But looks like Shumway's right now in the hole, so he had to run back to the McAlester dugout. Braxton looking for another strikeout. The windup, and the 2-2 to Hodgel. Curveball rolled up the first base line. It might be a tough play. Fielding gets the first baseman Wilson, and he'll apply the tag on Gunnar Hodgel, who is racing to the bag for out number 2. Brings up Jordan Clark. Jordan Clark back in the lineup. He was being DH4 for Jackson Morgan. I believe it was last 4 or 5 or so games, but he's back in the lineup. Clark with a .320 on-base percentage on the season. Does have 4 RBI, and he knows how to hit the ball hard, too. 2 extra base hits for him on the year, but when he makes contact, it goes far. First pitch low and outside, ball 1. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th in this Tahlequah-Coweta game as the 1-0 misses high. That's ball 2. Tahlequah leading Coweta 6-2. Coweta Tigers down to their final 6 outs. As for the first time, I feel like today we're seeing Braxton Jones go down in the count 2-0. I don't know if we've seen a 3-ball count to the Buffaloes today. 2-0 pitch to Clark. And he swings and fouls this one straight back to the netting. Count is now at 2-1. Getting a 5-0 Sapulpa lead right now. 2-1 pitch. Kind of froze up Jordan Clark there to move the count to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jones a couple of shakes off. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Clark. And misses low and outside for ball 3. Jones is attempting to have 9 up, 9 down so far. You hear Coach Homer in the background saying, we need John right here. Buffaloes need some kind of spark. 3-2 pitch to Clark. And it hits him. Curveball hits him. On the shoulder, there's McAllister's first base runner. A hit by pitch to Jordan Clark. That's his 3rd one of the season, and it brings up the top of the order in Aiden Shumway. Maybe that's what McAllister needed. Just someone to reach base, someone to throw off Braxton Jones' rhythm. And don't be surprised if he gets a good jump. I know that they're going to be looking back at Clark. Clark with 14 stolen bases on the season. And he takes off for second on the first pitch, and it goes straight to the backstop. As that will be an easy take of second for Jordan Clark, and we're going to be having a mound visit here, but not between a coach and a player. It's going to be the first baseman Wilson, catcher Blevins. They all go speak to Braxton Jones. Because, again, the first time today we saw a 3-ball count, and then we saw the hit by pitch, and then the very next pitch, way low and outside. So they wanted a discussion here with their pitcher. Shumway struck out looking his first time up. I'm going to go back to that Coweta-Sapulpa game that Coweta won in 5-4. McAlester needs to hold out hope that they can do possibly the same thing, as there's a 1-0 pitch that misses outside for ball 2. Sapulpa led the game after scoring 1 in the 3rd. They scored 3 more in the 5th. They were leading 4-0 going to the 7th, and then Coweta mounted a 5-run comeback in the bottom of the 7th to take the win. And the Buffaloes have had that mentality, never say die. Great lead by Clark at second base. They'll pick off and throw to second, and he's back there safely. Clark had his 15th stolen base just a second ago. Count is 2-0. Again, slowly increasing his lead. And the pitch. This one misses low as well. Ball 3. And sometimes you just need to be able to get into the rhythm of the pitcher. For the first time today, it's Braxton Jones working out the stretch, so that's also a difference in what he's seen from the first 8 batters. Counts 3-0 to Shumway. And the pitch. Shows bunt, pulls back. It's a 4-pitch walk to Aiden Shumway. And it brings Caden Lusnell now up to the dish. And we're going to be having a mound visit. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back. Again, McAlester trailing 5-0, but they might have something brewing here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Runners at first and second with 2 down on KNED.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
So the Buffaloes might have something brewing here, and they have the guy up to do it. Caden Lusnell on the season, second on the team in batting average at .357, but 8 triples on the year, 13 extra base hits. Recently committed to Eastern Oklahoma State College just yesterday. Spin move going back to the bag is Jordan Clark. Runners at first and second after the mound visit. Braxton Jones back-to-back free passes. Buffaloes looking for their first hit. If they can get a big hit here from Lusnell, that changes the game and changes the momentum after a 5-run Sapulpa inning in the top of the 3rd. Right now, 2 down. And the pitch. Curveball misses inside, ball 1. Lusnell, one of the best batters on the team with runners in scoring at .412, too. 19 RBIs, 1 home run. 1-0. And he's right on it. Fouls it straight back for strike 1. I want to say that's we're looking at something that kind of happened similar with Sapulpa back a couple of years ago. Because, again, Jones was cruising. He had 7 strikeouts against McAlester, but only went 3 1/3. Here's the 1-1. And it gets lower outside part of the zone. That'll be strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Buffalo's trying to get a runner in here. Big lead by Clark. 1-2 pitch. And Lusnell staying alive. Fouls it off. We'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Actually, it worked with, after again cruising for the majority of it, the 4th inning came up. It was a single by Gillespie, a walk, single, strikeout, single, walk. And that's what started getting McAlester scoring. They actually took the lead in that inning. 1-2. Flies it out over to right field. Underneath it is Valdez. Looks up into the sky, snags it out of it, and now be out number 3. But the Buffaloes, again, trying to build a little bit of momentum offensively, and that's what they look like they've done here in the 3rd inning. Let's see if they can carry that into the 4th, defensively and offensively. Sapulpa leading McAlester 5-0 after 3 here on K.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Okay!
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. The Buffaloes are making a pitching change as they trail 5-0 to Sapulpa Chieftains heading to the top of the fourth inning. And again, it will now be Aiden Shumway. We mentioned that he was warming up in the McAlester bullpen during the last half inning. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Jet Tire Service. They have been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond since 1962. They offer 18 major tire brands. Shumway on the year, a 1-1 record, 1 save, 16 2/3 innings pitched, a 4.20 ERA, 19 strikeouts to 11 walks, and a batting average against him of .224. It'll bring you up to the plate. Lefty on lefty, so a lot of lefty on lefty action that we're going to be seeing here. There's 6 lefties in the Chieftains lineup, and now Aiden Shumway will be facing off against him. Jack Blevins, actually, it's going to be Tyler Sparks, Miko Jones, and Kason Ashton.
Leading off top of the floor. Left fielder,
As oh, I'm sorry, it's Caden Widows. I'm all off. Caden Widows, 2, 3, 4 batters. I'm for sure this time. Widows is 1 for 2. He's landed down a bunt single. Malachi Wilson is 0 for 1 with a sac fly. And then Jack Blevins is 0 for 2. He's in the hole. Here's a ground ball on the first pitch from Shumway. It's over to Caden Less now. Easy flip over to first in time for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's what we call efficiency here for Aiden Shumway. So McAlester, I mean, if you're not new to McAlester baseball games, they fall behind in some games. And sometimes they struggle the first time through the order of seeing a pitcher, but as they get to the second and the third time through the order, for the majority of this year, as Wilson fouls this one off for strike 1, the second or the third time through the order, they make adjustments, and they're usually really good at making adjustments. Jensen Penn yesterday for Sapulpa was so good, McAlester tried making adjustments, and he still worked right around it. McAlester didn't strike out as much. They only struck out 3 times in their second and third time through the order after striking out 6 times the first time. As that one fits the outside part of the zone for strike 2. Move the count to 0-2 on Malachi Wilson. But McAlester wants to make sure that they keep this game without getting to run rule territory so they can have that chance to come back. The 0-2. Way outside for ball 1. Right now it's a 5-0 Sapulpa lead. Top of the fourth inning. McAlester had their first 2 base runners on back-to-back free passes and then a flyout to right. By the way, the defensive changes, it's pretty much just a straight switch. Not pretty much, it is a straight switch. Shumway moves from first over to the mound, and from the mound over to first is Gandon Mullins. The 1-2 from Shumway. Curveball pops it sky high. Who's got it? Shortstop Caden Less now lets Lauerman call him off. Gets underneath it, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 2. That one was going to be sent to a different planet. But just straight up the chute pretty much, and that brings up Jack Blevins. Blevins is over 2. He's fouled out to the catcher and also reached on an E3. Tahlequah takes another run. They're still threatening here. They've got runners at second and third and nobody out, leading 7-2. First pitch to Blevins. Looks like it hit him in the tail. And it brings up Tyler Sparks. So the hit by pitch brings up Sparks. He is lined out to left field and walked. 5-0 Sapulpa lead, 2 down, top of the fourth inning. And the home plate umpire is going to go speak with the field umpire. I think they were just trying to decide, did it hit him? Because then after that, they pointed over to first base. From the sound of it sounded like it hit him. I didn't think it, you could barely hear an impact, but it sounded like it hit him, if that means anything. No one's going to ask for my opinion anyway, nor should they. 2 down, top of the fourth inning, runner at first. First pitch to the new batter. It's going to bounce off of the turf and into the catcher, Braden Phillips' chest. And it's going to ground out to short, fly out to left, hit by pitch here for the start of the outing for Aiden Shumway in the top of the fourth inning. Blevins running for himself at first base. Decent lead. And they'll pick off over to first. Not in time. And another run has been scored by Tahlequah. It's now 8-2, and they still have nobody out in the top of the 7th. So McAlester, if they're wanting a chance to host, they need to come back. It's what it looking like right now. 1-0. Check swing didn't matter. Called strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tahlequah keeps on extending their lead. Now, you still have to get 3 outs in the bottom of the 7th, which can be hard to do. But Tahlequah with a comfortable lead right now at 8-2, and still looking to add more. Long time for Shumway. Kind of keeps on looking back and forth between his catcher Phillips and the runner at first. Calling time with Sparks. 1 ball, 1 strike. Infield all the way back. Shumway. 1-1 as the runner takes off for second. It's a curveball. It fills the zone. Taking second on catcher's indifference. Defensive indifference is really what it is. Will be Blevins. Counts now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, it depends on what the scorer calls that, whether it be defensive indifference or a steal. 1-2 the count. Shumway looks at second base a couple of times and fires home on the slide step. A ground ball that is almost kicked by the head coach, Steve Irvin. He tried stopping it. He goes over towards the McAlester bullpen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coweta does get their first out. Runners at second and third, top of the 7th. Again, 8-2. The starting pitcher for Tahlequah, Northington, he has 23 more pitches to work with to try to finish the game. Shumway trying to finish the top of the 4th. The 1-2. And it's fouled off for the catcher, Phillips. Do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. A lot of deep counts here by the Chieftains. Shumway, 1-2. And this one bounces and it gets away from Phillips on a tough ball to be able to try to grab. It goes to the backstop and moves the runner up to third base. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another run 90 feet away. And Sparks had a double yesterday. Shumway trying to sit him down. The count even at 2-2. The lefty fires. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with a high heater, and that'll be out number 3. Buffaloes leave that runner stranded at third. McAlester trying to cut into the deficit, down 5-0. We head to the home half of the inning here on KNED.
Graduation is only a month away,
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George Knight Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
We played half a 7-inning ball game. Welcome to the bottom of the fourth with a ball in the outside corner, just missing the outside corner for ball one to Gannon Mullins leading it off for the Buffaloes against Braxton Jones, as this one's lined over to the first base side, and it's just past the outstretched glove of the first baseman Wilson, as the first base umpire, he was trying to get away from it, and he can't really see because the sun's going down that side, and he said it got lost in the sun as he looked towards Coach Meadows, and Meadows was trying to get out of the way of it too. It was about a foot beyond Wilson at first base. 1-1 to Mullins. Fastball misses low and outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. After going 8 up, 8 down, it went hit by pitch to Jordan Clark, walked to Aiden Shumway, and there was a line out to right field, rather a fly out to right field by Caden Lusnow to end that inning. This one swung on and missed on the curveball to Mullins, and the count's now at 2-2. Jones is looking for his 6th strikeout. Count at 2-2. Wind up in the pitch to Mullins, and he fouls this one off. Let's do it again at 2-2. Mullins batting .241 coming into today at .361 on base percentage. Team leader in home runs and RBIs. 2-2 pitch. Pops this one up and out of play. The wind has significantly died down. It's barely blowing out to center field. Started off today pretty gusty, but has again died down. 2-2 to Gannon Mullins. And he goes with a changeup, and he pulled the string on Mullins for strike 3. Swinging and missing was Gannon, and that will make it 1 down in the bottom of the fourth for Braden Phillips. Struck out swinging his first time up. Phillips batting .227 on the year, but again, he's second lowest on the starting 9 in strikeouts. He did strike out his first time, though, and he watches a first pitch fastball clip the outside corner for strike 1 to him here. Jones again working quick. The 0-1 popped up and out of play. Count is now at 0-2. We've seen some pitchers like to work quick, but I think Braxton Jones works the quickest out of any of them. Here's the windup in the 0-2 pitch. Curveball low and outside for ball 1. I mean, as the home plate umpire there was saying play after the foul ball, he was already starting the windup. 1-2 now to Phillips. Phillips fouls this one off twice. It hit the bat, hit the plate, came back, and on the backswing, fouled it off a second time. And Talquah is breaking this one open. It's 11-2. 1-2 to Phillips. Swings at it late. That's a good way to adjust. Fouls it into the sea of concrete, a.k.a. the parking lot. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jones shakes off Blevins 3 times, now starts the windup, and the 1-2. Pops it up left field, shallow left field, might be tough. Shortstop looks like he gets underneath it. Ashton reaches back and makes the catch, and that'll be out number 2. Brings up Spencer Stinchcomb, who flew out to center field in his first at-bat. It was the first time McAlester did not strike out in the game. Speaking of which, Stinchcomb coming into today, 3rd on the team in batting average at .354, a .409 on base percentage. Again, one of the highest contact percentages on the team, 85%. If you want to start a rally, it usually starts with Spencer Stinchcomb, it feels like. He's seen the ball well all year here in his junior season. First pitch to Stinchcomb. Called strike 1 on the fastball from Jones. After getting into a little bit of a hiccup in the last half inning, just giving up 2 free passes in a row, Jones is right back to automatic. The 0-1. Fouled off and out of play. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Spencer Stinchcomb, bottom of the 4th inning. Buffaloes trailing 5-0, still looking for their first hit. The 0-2. Fastball high. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. And the pitch to Stinchcomb. And this one just never left the hand right of Jones. After he let go of it and went straight to the backstop, going over the top of Stinchcomb, he looked back at his right hand. I've felt that before. Your brain does not do what your arm, your hand told it to do. 2-2. Curveball, he goes right back to the corner and gets it right on the outside for strike three. Another 3-up, 3-down inning featuring a pair of strikeouts from Braxton Jones. And that sends us to the fifth inning. 5-0 is our score. Sapulpa leads McAlester here on.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front-end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from St. Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at St. Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Well, as it's looking right now, unless there's a colossal collapse from the Tahlequah Tigers, McAllister's going to need to win this game if they want a chance of hosting next week. Tahlequah has cooled down to their final 2 outs and are leading 11-2 over the Tigers in the bottom of the 7th inning. So McAlester needs to mount the comeback if they want a chance of playing in the postseason here at Mike Deek Field. Again, a win by Tahlequah and a McAlester loss keeps McAlester out at first and second, and it leads to a battle for the district championship next week, Sapulpa versus Tahlequah, if that scenario plays out. Aiden Shumway trying to keep the game at a 5-0 game in the top of the 5th. Buffalo's planning the comeback, as that's not going to start on the first pitch. Curveball just got out of the hand wrong to Shumway to Miko Jones, and it went straight to the backstop for ball 1. Jones has reached on an E5, and he's been hit by a pitch. 1-0 pitch. And this one hits him again, so he's been hit by a pitch now twice. McAlester is usually better offensively. Their second and third time through the lineup, they start to see the ball better, start to hit it a little bit better. But I mean, don't tell that to the Sapulpa pitching staff, because they have just been absolutely dynamite against McAlester in this series. Buffalo still only have 3 hits on the Chieftains in... Well, give me a second. First pitch. Misses the outside corner to the righty, Kaysen Ashton, for ball 1. In 11 innings of hitting, McAlester has only totaled up 3 hits. It's just been sheer dominance by the Sapulpa pitching staff. 1-0. Missing upstairs, ball 2. I mean, that's really what it's been this year for Sapulpa in district play, too. The only team that's had any sort of success on Sapulpa with actually hitting the ball. Give me a second. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fouled off, and that'll be strike 1. Is Durant. I mean, this is why people should be on the lookout for Durant in the coming years, is because the only team that's been able to put up more than 5 runs on the Sapulpa Chieftains in a district game this season was Durant, and Durant put up 12. Lost to 17-12, though, in that game. 2-1 pitch. Fouls this one up and out of play, and now the count is 2-2. It's gone Memorial. These are their wins. Memorial 11-1, 10-0. Del City 19-1, 17-1. Edison 14-0, 24-0. Durant 10-2 and 17-12. Just a random high-scoring game there after the pitching staff of Sapulpa being good all year long. 2-2. Misses high, and the count's now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kaysen Ashton, who has the biggest hit of the day so far for the Chieftains. He had a 2 RBI single. Had that with the bases loaded back in the 3rd inning. 3-2 from the southpaw. Misses outside, and it'll be back-to-back free passes here by the Buffs. There's only been 3 hits that have led to the 5-run score by the Chieftains. It's been a lot of McAlester shooting themselves in the foot. That's the 8th free pass to go with 4 errors on top of that. It's not a winning formula right now for McAlester. Peter Shipley is 0 for 2. He's grounded out to short and struck out swinging. First pitch. Shows bunt, gets it down. Shumway looks around. No lead runner has a chance of getting out, so he fires over to first in time for out number 1. The sack bunt does its job from Peter Shibley. It brings up Gavin Valdez. Valdez is singled and walked. Well, I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here. We will. It's going to be a righty now.
Number 12, Aaron Roberts. Roberts now batting in the 9 hole.
Be number 12, Aaron Roberts. Do we have 2 number 12s? No, I didn't see Aaron Roberts on the sheet. Yeah, Aaron Roberts isn't. I don't think I see him listed on the. It is Aaron Roberts. Why am I just missing something? I guess I'm just missing something because I remember he did come in to run yesterday. And there's a second and third first pitch to Roberts is going to be in there for strike 1. But he is pinch hitting for Gavin Valdez. I think I'm just missing something. I don't know what. Yeah, there he is listed on yesterday's lineup card. 0-1. Bounces in the turf, and that'll be ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Roberts. Because on the lineup card, Jack Blevins is listed as number 12, but so is Aaron Roberts. That's from yesterday on this roster card. I just don't see Aaron Roberts on the card that I was given today. Infielders are in on the infield turf. 1-1 pitch. Curveball misses high. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Roberts. The pitch from Shumway. Fly ball right field. Relatively deep. Clark underneath it. We'll see if the runner tags. They'll try to. Clark fires from right field. It's up the third base line. There's no play at the plate. It'll be a sac fly from Aaron Roberts. And it brings up the top of the order in Bryson Donnell.
Back top lineup. Center fielder, Bryson Donnell.
Donnell is 0 for 1. He's walked twice and flown out to left field. So that does also move the runner from second to third on the tag up. That was from Case and Ashton. So we're back to the top of the order. It's 6-0. Sapulpa leads McAlester. Top of the 5th inning. Donnell is 0 for 1 with 2 walks in that flyout. As I previously mentioned, lefty on lefty action as the first pitch misses high for ball 1. Let's see. It's bottom of the 7th inning. Northington can go through this last batter, but he's over the 120 pitch mark, so he can finish off this batter. So things might get interesting if they can't get the final out here with runners at first and second. 1-0 misses high for ball 2. Looks like Huida is down to their final strike, though. And they get it. Game over. McAllister's got to win today if they want to host. It's official. Talclaw defeats Huida 11-2. 2-0 pitch. Line drive, left center field. It could be a gapper. It is a gapper. It's going to score a run. Sapulpa's going to go up at least 7-0 here. As Watkins picks it up, it'll be an RBI double by Bryson Donnell. And it's now a 7-0 game as Sapulpa keeps on pulling away from the Buffaloes. So if McAlester wants a chance at hosting a regional tournament, they have to at least come back from 7 down right now. If Sapulpa wins today, and again, they're already leading 7-0 on their 4th hit, it will be Tahlequah and Sapulpa next week battling for the district title. McAlester would need to win. I believe McAlester would need to just win 1 game against the Coweta Tigers to secure a 3 spot in the district. First pitch, missing low, ball 1. That does shake up the district standings a little bit. I mean, Tahlequah and Sapulpa still at the top half. So if McAlester doesn't win this one, Coweta would have to sweep McAlester to jump to the 3 spot. It wouldn't come down to, now neither team would finish with the same district standings because Coweta lost to Durant earlier this year, the only team to lose to the bottom half of the 5A4 district standings. Caden Widow's up at the plate, the pitch. 1-0 misses high. That will move the count to 2 balls, no strikes. You ever seen Bull Durham? You know when they're trying to figure things out at the mound. That's what I feel like I'm trying to do right now in the press box. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to figure it out as I'm calling a game. 2-0. Pop up and out of play. This will go to the parking lot. 2 balls and 1 strikes now to Caden Widows. I don't have producers and a whole truck full of people saying, hey, this is the scenario. We're going to pump this in with the graphic. I'm trying to figure it out as I call the game. And Austin over there is sitting looking
Actually,
pretty.
you do have a producer. Me. What am I? Say it.
2-1 pitch. Misses high, ball 3. Well, not a producer in terms of...
I'm a sound producer. I produce sound.
Sometimes too much, right?
Technically, you are too.
3 balls, 1 strike to Caden Widows. Sapulpa trying to continue to pour it on. They are up 7-0, top of the 5th. 3-1 pitch from Shumway, and he walks him. And the same vibe as we felt yesterday, maybe even on a little bit of a worse scale, it's been all Sapulpa today. McAllister's only real breath of life was the first couple of innings scoreless, and then that bottom of the 3rd when they were able to get a couple of free passes together in a row. But Braxton Jones has been able to just cruise with the exception of 2 batters against McAllister. First pitch, Wilson watches the fastball miss high for ball 1. Runners at first and second with 2 down. That was the 9th free pass, by the way, that walk given up by the Buffalo pitching staff today. Shumway's already up now to 37 pitches. This will be number 38. In his 2nd inning of work, 1-0, and he's missing high a lot. Count is now 2-0. It's not missing it egregiously high, but he is missing a good 2-3 inches above the top of the strike zone. 2-0 the count to Malachi Wilson. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout, a fly out to left, and he's reached on he had a sac fly. Here's another fly ball, shallow center field. Ethan Watkins trying to end the top half of the inning, and he will. But the Chieftains do score 2 more runs, take a 7-0 lead over the McAlester Buffaloes. Extend their lead, rather. McAlester really needing to use their time that they have right now to get back into the game. They're down to their final 9 outs, as it'll be Ethan Watkins, Jackson Lauerman, and Gunnar Hodgel coming up when we return on KNED.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away, and
Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
McAlester enters the fifth inning, still looking for their first base hit. Again, the score is 7-0. Chieftains on top of the McAlester Buffaloes, as it'll be Ethan Watkins, Jackson Lauerman, and Gunnar Hodgel to face Braxton Jones. In the bottom of the fifth inning, they've had two base runners so far from a hit by pitch and a walk. First pitch swinging is Watkins, but swung over the top of it for strike one. Watkins flew out to the first baseman, just being able to be caught by Wilson as he was running out of real estate towards the press box over here, but made the catch. The 0-1, fastball misses high for ball one, 1 ball, 1 strike. So someone actually asked me, they said, okay, well, how is McAlester out of hosting if they don't win this game? Because, as here's the 1-1 pitch, be fouled off for strike 2. Because they threw a hypothetical, if McAlester lost this game and swept Coweta next week and one of the teams got swept, wouldn't they have the same district record? And yes, but if you lose this game to Sapulpa, Sapulpa has the tiebreaker over you because they beat you twice in the district series. As this curveball fills the zone for strike 3, and it's another strikeout of the Buffaloes.
Now batting your left fielder, Jackson Lowerman.
That's the 8th one of the day from Braxton Jones, brings up Jackson Lowerman. He struck out swinging his first time up. But then they said, well, what about Tahlequah? We split with Tahlequah. Well, Tahlequah beat McAlester 11-0. McAlester beat Tahlequah 4-1, and then the runs differential. And that, as we have a ground ball straight back to the pitcher, Jones. He bobbled it around a little bit as to hit him, but he's able to make the play for out number 2. If it gets past the pitcher, Jones, that is going to be a base hit up the middle. But instead it's an out, and it brings up Gunnar Hodgel. But again, Tahlequah owns the runs differential over McAlester, which means that even if Tahlequah was swept next week and McAlester swept the Tigers, McAlester would not have the tiebreaker over the Tahlequah Tigers. So they have to win this game if they want to. Gosh dang, if they want to still host. What did we just break? That looked like it nearly shattered our field mic. That set up behind no plate. If you couldn't tell, Hodgel's right on the first pitch and just fouled it straight back, strike 1. Hodgel grounded out to the first baseman back in his first at-bat. Buffalo's down 7-0, bottom of the 5th, 2 down. Next pitch again right on the black, strike 2. Looking for his 9th, Braxton Jones, the 0-2 pitch. Curveball missed up and inside, having the duck for cover was Hodgel. And counts now at 1-2. Now, there was a similar situation where he let a curveball go that missed right there, and he came back with a fastball in the outside corner. Does it happen again? Jones likes it. The 1-2 pitch. And that is exactly what he did. Low outside corner, strike 3, got him looking, and that'll be out number 3. Another 3 up, 3 down inning from Braxton Jones. He has had 4 of those in this game. He's only let 2 runners reach base via a hit by pitch and a walk. As we head to the 6th, McAlester down to their final 6 outs. 7-0 McAlester trails here on KN.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George Knight Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
We have another new pitcher for the McAlester Buffaloes. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Jet Tire Service. They have been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond since 1962. They offer 18 major tire brands. It's now Jordan Clark for the McAlester Buffaloes into the game. He has got a 0-0 record. Unless the Buffaloes can come back from 7 down, he will not earn a decision in this game as well. He's got 1 save this year in the game against Hugo. He's pitched in 5 2/3 innings, a 4.94 ERA, 8 strikeouts to 9 walks, and a 150 batting average against the sophomore. He delivers his final warm-up pitch. Let's look around the diamond. Shumway is moved to right field. That's his 3rd position of the game. And from right field to the mound, of course, Jordan Clark. Other than that, everything's still the same for the Buffalo defense. So it's Jack Blevins, Tyler Sparks, Miko Jones, middle of the order up for the Chieftains. If Sapulpa scores 3 more runs and holds McAlester scoreless in the bottom of the 6th, then it'll be game over. Buffalo's trying to keep this game in reach. I mean, it's still technically in reach until you're down to your, you get your final out. It's the first pitch missed high to Blevins, but realistically, within reach would be 3 to 4 runs, and right now McAllister's at 7. This one's going to be fouled off for strike 1. So what Clark is coming in to do right now is to give his team a chance. Because if you give up 3 runs right here, instead of having 6 more outs to work with, you're down to your final 3. Unless you can start getting some runs to cross. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike against Blevins. The pitch swings and misses at the high fastball for strike 2. Blevins has flown out to the catcher. He's reached on an error and was hit by a pitch. Buffaloes have gone righty to lefty, back to righty. There's that glare on that window. It's starting to get that time of the year where the glare starts to mess with the window over here. So there's a line drive over to center field, and it's another base hit here for the Chieftains. Only their 5th one of the day. The first one from Jack Blevins. And it brings up Tyler Sparks. And Blevins will get a courtesy runner here. So he'll be number 23 for the Chieftains. That is Levi Matthias. Nobody out runner at first. Brings up Sparks, and he's lined out to left field, walked and struck out. First pitch. Fouls it straight back for strike 1. Again, both of these teams are going to be playing ball here on this same field on Thursday, but not against each other. Sapulpa has a doubleheader at 12:15 and at 2:30 in the 5A baseball shootout, as that makes its return this year. So here's the 0-1. Fills zone for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes here to Tyler Sparks. I think it's the first. Correct me if I'm wrong, Derek, but you might be able to remember. I think this is the first time we've had the 5A shootout itself. I think since 2019, where it's comprised mainly of just 5A schools. Here's the 0-2. Runner takes off for second. Pitches high. The throw down 2-2 is not in time. In there with the stolen base is Levi Matthias, and a runner in scoring position now for Tyler Sparks with the count 1 ball, 2 strikes on him. I think it's 2019 was the last one. The reason why I remember that one is because Colby Squires had the go-ahead grand slam for his first varsity hit over the Duncan Demons, which McAlester ended up winning on a walk-off later that day. 1-2. Pitch misses low for ball 2. Then 2020 came and everything kind of got messed up. But Sapulpa plays Noble and Midwest City back-to-back at 12:15 and 2:30 in 2 days. McAlester plays Shawnee at 7 o'clock. Here's the 2-2 from Clark. Fastball a little bit high, ball 3. And that's all Sapulpa. No, Sapulpa plays one more game. They play at 4:45 against Carl Albert on Friday. That'll be a rematch of the last year's semifinals. 3-2. And staying alive here is Tyler Sparks, fouls it straight back to the backstop. Count at 3 balls, 2 strikes. McAlester then will play the Titans right after Sapulpa at 7 o'clock. Then on Saturday, McAlester plays Collinsville, which could be a preview of the regional tournament here in a few weeks. Last time I checked, it was Pryor at 1 in 5A3. It was Collinsville at 2, but Claremore just beat Collinsville in the first game of their series yesterday. So Claremore's as of right now at 3. As this one hits number 18, Tyler Sparks, right between the 1 and the 8 on his back. And runners are at first and second with nobody out in the top of the 6th inning. In a game which, I mean, with the exception of the first couple of innings, nothing has really gone right for the black and gold. Defense has been rough. We've had 4 errors today for McAlester. Some free passes given up in this one. That's the 10th one by the Buffs. And Sapulpa is taking advantage of every opportunity by getting clutch key hits to bring in those 7 runs. First pitch to Miko Jones, misses low and outside. Miko Jones, I think he's just hoping not to get hit. He reached on an E5. He's been hit by a pitch now in 2 consecutive plate appearances. Here's the 1-0. And he's been hit by a pitch by 3 different pitchers It hits him in the elbow. Or did it hit the... Yeah, I think it hit the bat. It hit the bat? That had to hit off the butt of the bat for a foul ball for strike one. I thought we would have called it. Hoping he doesn't. The 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike two. That nearly hit him. I guess when he clinched up, again, we don't have a great view of it here along the first base side, but I guess when he clinched up, it hit the butt of the bat. And it gives Clark a second chance here with the count now 1-2 strikes after the swing and a miss from Jones. He was nearly hit for the third time today by the third different pitcher. 1-2 pitch. As he goes fishing for this one but stays alive. Nearly hits a bird as the fly ball goes on top of the Hughes Fieldhouse. That bird was flying right around there, and it missed by a good 2 feet. 1-2 the count. Buffalo's looking for the first out of the sixth inning with runners at first and second. That sun's becoming a problem. The pitch. Again, goes after this one too. Lines this one off of the Hughes Fieldhouse down the left field line. Another impressive at-bat by a Chieftain batter. It's that time of the year where, the world is constantly moving. So is around the sun, if you didn't know this. And as we go further into the spring, that sun starts to set a little bit more in view of the right side of the infield and the outfield, and it's more prevalent today than it's been all season.
Tell us more, Bill Nye.
You're welcome. 1-2, pop-up, right side. Shumway overran it at first. Now it goes back on it, but it was sailing anyway, and it's past him. Onto the warning track. It's going to score one run. They'll hold the other runner up over at third. And it's an RBI double by Miko Jones. We were just talking about the sun, and I can only imagine that with the hit there from Miko Jones, as Shumway was looking at it, he got lost in the sun, and then when he saw it come, and that's what he's pointing at. He's pointing towards the sun. He says, as soon as it was hit, the ball crossed into the line of the sun, and I didn't know where it was at.
All jokes aside, this is going to continue to be a problem as the games continue in throughout the years. The sun, especially in those late evening games.
Which, hey, this is 7-17 right now where it's an issue. McAlester plays in 2 7 o'clock games on Thursday and Friday if the sun does come out, but I know we do have a chance of rain Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But that's what Shumway said. He looked and he pointed at the sun. He just said, they crossed the line, and because he went first step forward, and then by the time he saw it get into view into the blue sky, it kept on traveling and it hit off the edge of the warning track. So now with still nobody out and the score 8-0. If the run at third and second scores and McAlester can't score in the bottom of the sixth, it'll be ball game. And for the second year in a row, the Chieftains would run rule McAlester on their home field. Kaysen Ashton now up at the plate for the Chieftains. First pitch, Ashton is swinging and fouling it off for strike one. I mean, we don't like it in terms of trying to broadcast the game here in the first base press box, the only press box we have here. Count is 0-1 because then it gets into the line of the camera, which is going to get worse as the year goes on. Second pitch, same result as the first one, fouled straight back for strike two. Chieftains are in the middle of their fourth time through the order. McAlester will be finishing up their second when they come up in the bottom of the sixth. Count is 0-2 on Kaysen Ashton. Buffalo's desperately need an out. The pitch. Pop it up, right field area. This time Shumway sees it a little bit better, gets underneath it, makes the catch, runner will tag. Here comes the throw, and he'll hit the cutoff man Gannon Mullins for out number one. But the Chieftains extend their lead to 9-0. The run rule run that they need to try to end this one early is over at third. They would still need to get 3 outs without a run score from McAlester in the bottom half of the inning if they get that run to score. For Kaysen Ashton, that's his third RBI of the day. Now 1 for 2 with 3 RBIs on a line out, a single, walk, and a sac fly. Peter Shibley now up. First pitch, bounces into Phillips, but he, again, is a wall right there, and he's able to keep the runner at third base. That is why the infield is in on the infield turf with 1 down in a 9-0 game, because that would be the 10th run that the Chieftains need. Trying to keep him from scoring. 1-0 pitch from Clark. Fly ball, right field, this should score him. Underneath it is Shumway again, makes the catch. Runner will tag. Shumway fires from right field, and it will not be in time. Sack fly, 2 consecutive ones. This time by Peter Shibley. And just like that, the Buffaloes are officially down to their final 3 outs unless they can score a run in the bottom of the 6th.
Aaron Roberts.
And it brings up Aaron Roberts. It's a 10-0 game, McAlester trailing. McAlester also being no-hit. It'll be Jordan Clark, Aiden Shumway, Caden Less now up when we begin the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Roberts is low for ball 1. Roberts came in for Gavin Valdez. Valdez did not check back in, so Roberts has been playing right field, I believe. Clark's 1-0. Misses low as well. 2 balls, no strikes. It's just been simple domination for the Chieftains against the Buffaloes. As this one runs in on the batter Roberts, he's got to get out of the way of it, and the count is now 3-0. From Clark. And it misses inside. 4-pitch walk to Aaron Roberts. We're back to the top of the order.
Back top lineup, center fielder.
Brings up Bryson Donnell. Donnell has gone 1 for 2. He's walked twice, flown out to left field. He had an RBI double in his last at bat. Runner at first, 2 down. Clark deals. First pitch. Living on the outside corner for strike 1. Field umpire calls time. I don't know if he's talking to somebody beyond the first base area. Is a coach going down the right field area? I thought at first they were talking to Gannon Mullins and Aaron Roberts. Doesn't look like that's the case. Next pitch misses outside. That'll be ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Did we lose a ball? Did a ball go down the line or something? I don't know what happened. That's out of our view, so we can't really see being here along the first base side. Pick off over to first. If they apply the tag, they got him. They're going to say they slid underneath the tag. Getting there just underneath the tag is Aaron Roberts. And I want to give myself a big old pat on the back for not saying that. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bryson Donnell. And the pitch, ground ball, second base side. Stinchcomb Fields flips to first in time for out number 3. But after a 3-run top of the 6th inning by the Chieftains, McAlester finds himself down to their final 3 outs unless they can bring a run across to score. McAlester also being no-hit, trying to stop that as well. It'll be Jordan Clark, Aiden Shumway, Caden Less now up when we return here on KNED.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front-end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
McAlester, as it stands right now, down to their final 3 outs unless they can play to run. Jordan Clark, Aiden Shumway, Caden Less now. Last line of defense for the Buffaloes. First pitch to Clark, gets a bunt down the first base line. It's a great one. Fielded by the catcher, flips to first. What a play by the catcher, Jack Blevins. and it keeps the no-hitter alive. It was a near-perfect bunt by Jordan Clark down the first base line, about 40 feet up the line. And Blevins, with the runner in his view, grabbed it, did almost a sidearm throw that was on a dime to Wilson for out number 1. What a play. And it brings up Aiden Shumway. Shumway, after having I think it was a 14-game, might have been a 15-game hit streak earlier this year. He got snapped. He didn't have a hit for 2 straight games. This one swung on a miss for strike 1. He has now restarted a 5-game hit streak, but he's in danger of losing that here as Buffaloes are being no hit. 0-1 to Shumway. Pops it up. Shallow center field. Who calls it? It'll be the shortstop grabbing it, Ashton, and that'll be out number 2. Caden Lesnow represents the final line of defense here for the Buffaloes. Lesnow has struck out and flown out to right. Only 2 Buffalo batters have reached base in general. A hit by pitch to Clark and a walk to Aiden Shumway. Braxton Jones trying to finish the no-hitter. 2 down, bottom of the 6th, first pitch. Fastball low outside, misses the corner, ball 1. Wind up in the 1-0 pitch. Fastball outside corner, called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Buffalo's been close to being no-hit a few times this year as the 0-1 fouled off at the plate. And Buffalo's down to their final strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Caden Lesnow. Braxton Jones trying to do it. The righty gives the nod, the windup, the 1-2. And staying alive, here's Lesnow. Straight back into the netting. Count at 1-2. We'll do it again. 1-2 from Jones. Curveball misses inside. Missed a little bit low, too. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to number 2. Deuce is completely wild here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-2 to Deuce. Fastball misses high, ball 3. Good AB here from Caden Lesnow. 5 different times this year he's been able to work 7+ pitch at-bats. Tie for the team lead. I believe now the team leader. Here's the payoff. Jones to Lesnow. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and there is the no-hitter. Braxton Jones in 6 innings completes the no-hitter. McAlester falls 10-0 to the Sapulpa Chieftains in 6 innings. And what a fitting way there for Braxton Jones to the Chieftains. Gets it on a strikeout, his 10th one of the game out of the 18 outs the Buffaloes recorded, or were recorded on. 10 of them were strikeouts. Again, Braxton Jones with the no-no of the Buffaloes. And McAlester is now officially out of the 1 or 2 spot. They cannot host a regional tournament with the win by the Tahlequah Tigers today as well. They'll be fighting for the 3 spot next week against the Coweta Tigers. If they win just one of those games, they lock down the 3 spot. Coweta has to sweep McAlester in order to take over the 3 spot. If McAlester wins 1, they finish at 3rd in 5A4. That will be final. But they cannot do any better than 3rd. They can't do any worse than 4th. We'll talk a little bit more about it when we come back. McAlester loses 10-0 in 6 here on K.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away.
And Fit Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
Come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George Knight Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Buffaloes fall today 10-0 in 6 innings, and it's a no-hitter by Braxton Jones. The first time that McAllister's been no-hitted in a long time. I have to go back. I don't know the last time McAllister has been no-hit, but it happened today. In fact, though, it gets even worse than that. If you look at the last 2 games, McAllister offense was not there in the slightest. They had 3 hits in 13 innings at the plate. It was just total domination by the Sapulpa Chieftains. We came into this series knowing that anything can happen. I mean, it was really wide open. You had 3 different people. You had Tahlequah, McAlester, and Sapulpa. They were tied for the number 1 spot in 5A4, and you knew there was going to be some separation this week, especially when you had Sapulpa and McAlester playing each other. And then Sapulpa left no doubt is really what happened. They ended up outscoring McAlester 16-0. Buffaloes just literally could not get a hit today. The closest that they had to a hit, I would say, was a soft fly ball over the right. Now, I take that back. It was a bunt attempt by Jordan Clark in the final inning that went down the first base line, and it took a great play by Jack Blevins to be able to get him out over at first base. But McAlester played 2 really bad games. I think that in the first game, and that's not to discredit Braxton Jones at all, what McAlester did at the plate was, I think, also more of a testament to what Braxton Jones, how good of a pitcher he was today. And same way for Jensen Penn yesterday, too. I think they're phenomenal pitchers, and as long as they can keep on doing what they did over the last 2 days, they're going to be really hard to beat going down into the playoffs. But McAlester did themselves absolutely no favor. So they didn't have really great at-bats. They didn't adjust accordingly, and a lot of the times throughout the 2 games, like they have been able to do all throughout this year. They just didn't adjust as well as they have all season long, the second, the third time through the lineup, and it led to not the best at-bats for them. Also, errors just were bad. You cannot have 8 errors, especially to start off games like you did. I mean, there were 4 errors in 3 innings for McAlester today. Their final 3 innings on defense played it well, but at the same time, then you started having the free passes. McAlester had 10 of those today, and it's not a winning formula, and it's definitely not against the Sapulpa Chieftains that have only lost 2 district games in the last 3 seasons. They lost 1 to the Coweta Tigers earlier this year, and they lost, I want to say it wasn't Shawnee, it was Bishop Kelly. They lost 1 to Bishop Kelly last year, but that's it. They didn't lose a single district game in 2022. They lost 1 district game last year and 1 district game this year, and they have a chance to go for the three-peat now, as it is officially Tahlequah versus Sapulpa for the district title next week. McAlester cannot finish first or second. That is out of the question. Even if Tahlequah loses both games or even if one of those teams sweep the other team, McAlester finishes with the same district standings record, McAlester does not have the head-to-head over either one of them. Now with Sapulpa sweeping McAlester, they don't have the head-to-head over the Chieftains. And since McAlester lost 11-0 to the Tahlequah Tigers, they don't have the head-to-head over the Tigers because they only won 4-1 the very next day. So even though they split, they still don't own the runs differential. So the best that McAlester can finish is third. The worst they can finish is fourth. And we're going to find out what happens next week as McAlester faces the Coweta Tigers home and home on Monday and Tuesday. Now the pressure is on the Tigers. The Tigers have to sweep McAlester in order to jump to the 3 spot. The McAlester Buffaloes only need to win one game to be able to lock up third. That is where it's standing right now. I'm looking at the OSA rankings, and the playoff picture is starting to shape up a little bit more as I can get there quickly. The last time I checked, we had Pryor alone at number 1, which if McAlester finishes third, then they'll go to the number 2 spot in 5A3. And that could be Claremore, it could be Collinsville. Looks like Claremore, well, we do have a final. That was inserted here quickly. So they bounce back with an 8-3 win, Collinsville does, over Claremore. So Collinsville, as of right now, is solely in at number 2. So if the playoffs ended today, McAlester would be going to Collinsville in the regional tournament in a few weeks. So if they were to lose 2 games to Coweta next week, then as it stands right now, McAlester would be going to Pryor. Claremore could still, I think, slide into that 2 spot depending on what happens next week. But Pryor and Collinsville is looking like the most likely 1-2. And if you finish third, you go to number 2. You finish fourth, you go to number 1 in the 5A3 district. So McAlester will be going on the road in the playoffs. It will just depend on where we're going to be going. And McAlester, obviously, you'd like to finish at the 3rd spot to have yourself in a little bit more favorable regional, and we'll see if they can do it next week. But we have some post-game stats to look at. Brought to you by Big V Feed Center in McAlester, Hadco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, and Chakota Wholesale Feed Company in Chakota for your spring feeding program needs. Let's start off with the Buffaloes. Again, no hits today. I'm not even going to go down the line. No hits today. There were 10 strikeouts recorded by Braxton Jones. There were 2 walks given up, 1 hit by pitch and a walk. The only people to put a ball in play today, I mean, we had Shumway with the fly out to short. Lesnow had a fly out to right. Phillips had a fly out to short. Stinchcomb a fly out to center field. Ethan Watkins had a fly out to first base. We had 2 ground ball outs today. McAlester had the rest of them fly outs or strikeouts, and then we had 1 bunt out today by the Buffalo offense. Lauerman had a ground out to first or to the pitcher that nearly, if it doesn't hit Jones's feet, it's probably a base hit because it was hit pretty hard. Gunnar Hodgel had a ground ball down the first base line that was an out, and like we said, Jordan Clark had the bunt out. So that is what they looked like 1 through 9, and 10 strikeouts recorded by the Chieftains. For the pitching staff of Gandon Mullins, Aiden Shumway, and Jordan Clark, McAlester struck out 3, but they gave up 10 free passes, including multiple hit-by pitches and 4 Buffalo defense errors. Looking at the Chieftains, Bryson Donnell went 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Caden Widows went 1 for 3. Malachi Wilson went 0 for 3 with an RBI sac fly. Jack Blevins went 1 for 3. Tyler Sparks went 0 for 2 with a walk and a hit by pitch. Miko Jones went 1 for 2 with an RBI double and was hit by a pitch twice. Kason Ashton went 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs, including a 2 RBI single with the bases loaded and a sac fly in his final plate appearance. Peter Shibley went 0 for 2 with an RBI sac fly in his final plate appearance. Gavin Valdez went 1 for 1 with a 12-pitch at-bat leading to a single, their first hit of the day at the time, and Aaron Roberts came in to hit for him. He went 0 for 0 with an RBI sac fly and a walk. Again, Jones went the distance. 10 out of his 18 recorded outs or strikeouts. He hit 1, walked 1, no errors by the Chieftain defense. As McAlester was out-hit in the series, looks like it was 14-3. And there were 19 McAlester strikeouts to just 7 for the Sapulpa Chieftain offense. So it was domination for the Chieftains over the Buffaloes. McAllister's going to have to lick their wounds. They're going to have to get back to action because, hey, the 5A baseball shootout festival here at McAlester is going to be a tough one. You're going to have McAlester facing Collinsville, which is year in and year out a really good team, and it could be a preview of the regional here in a couple of weeks. You play the defending 5A champion in Carl Albert and Shawnee last year, which was a split 1-1. So we'll see how that goes in the next couple of days. None of those games will determine where you go in the playoffs, but they're going to have to get it right and play a lot better before they go take on the Coweta Tigers, because if they play like they did over the last couple of days, Coweta they would be considered the favorite to beat McAlester in 2 games and split and sweep that series. So they have some things that they need to work out. We'll see if they can do so in the matter of now 6 days. So again, McAlester falls 10-0. That's the final score here today. Our game time today, was an hour and 56 minutes. An hour and 56 minutes was how long the game lasted today. And we'd like to thank our sponsors one final time before we wrap it up. Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, The Bank & A, OK Tire and Auto, Fenton Nissan, Angels Diner, T&W Tire, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, and Reagan Auto. And also a big thank you to our board operator, Wyatt Hubbard, as well as Austin Weed on the camera this evening. And thank you, the listener, for spending your Tuesday night with us as well. One final time from Mike Deekfield in McAlester, Oklahoma. It was Sapulpa 10, McAlester 0 in 6 innings and a no-hitter for Braxton Jones. Until Thursday when McAlester opens up play in the 5A Baseball Shootout Festival, this is Brandon Green saying, don't just have a great night. Have a Buffalo night, everybody.